Have you ever wondered about starting a new business? Well, you're in luck. As your trusted business consultant, in today's video, I'm going to be asking you a few questions to help you determine if you're ready for entrepreneurship. Social media has definitely glamorized being a business owner or entrepreneur. You see the lavish lifestyles, you see the overnight success, you see the multi-million-dollar business owners, you see all the good things on the outside. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Mariah. I am the owner of Grant Services, where we cater to all of your business needs, which includes helping you grow your business and secure grant funding to improve your business. If you're in need of some business assistance or need help applying for grants, make sure you head on over to my website, www.grandiosgrantservices.com, to schedule with me today. And please note, that is the only way you can schedule with me. Now let's get into today's video. So I made a handy dandy list of questions, short questions that will be a little long-winded, okay? But I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, okay? First, are you ready to dedicate at least 40 to 80 to 100 hours of time each week to your business? Are you ready to go from working 20 to 40 hours per week to working 40, 60, 80, even 100 hours per week on your business? I'm going to use myself as an example a lot throughout this video. I average about 60 to 80 hours a week working on my business. This is as a full-time business owner. I rarely ever see a 40-hour week anymore. I usually work from sunup to sundown, dealing with clients, meetings, projects, building websites, etc. I take my mandatory day off once a week now, which is Saturday, and sometimes I'm still working on Saturdays. So you have to really decide if you're ready to transition to that. Some people might not be prepared to work those type of hours. That is definitely something you can learn to adjust to over time if you're really serious and committed to running your own business. Next is what you're trying to start something you're actually passionate about. I've talked to numerous clients who told me they started a business based off someone else on social media, their friend, their family doing so-and-so. If you're not passionate about your business, you will become burnt out quickly, especially if you don't have that overnight success or you're not turning profit in the first 6 months to 1 year. So really ask yourself what you plan to start. Is it something that you're passionate about? Is it something that you crave to work on? Is it something you won't give up on too easy if everything isn't going as planned? Will you be determined to keep going if you haven't turned profit quickly? So let's say you left your job to become a full-time entrepreneur and you saved up $10,000. I know some people in the comments are going to be like, I can't never save up $10,000, but I'm just using this as an example. You saved up $10,000. You think you'll be good for a year in hopes that you get your business up and running. What if I told you after that year you haven't turned any profit? Are you going to close down and find a new job, or are you going to keep going? And find different avenues to bring in some income so you can still have time to dedicate to your business? If that answer is no, then becoming a business owner might not be for you right now. I am an 8-year business vet. I started my first business at the age of 17. Okay? So you do the number to figure out my age, all right? But I didn't turn profit until I was 22 years old. I also kept a full-time job while I was working on my business. So it was a lot of work, a lot of hours I dedicated to this, but it finally paid off at the end. And one thing I always shared with my parents and my siblings and stuff is that I was committed to what I was doing. I was going to make it happen no matter what and no matter how long it took me. I strived and I went through a lot just to get to where I'm at today. And I'm still growing, okay? I'm still a small business owner. I'm not a multi-millionaire. And I'm still thriving to get to where I want to be in life, okay? So, with that being said, if you're going to be quick to give up on your business, it might not be for you, and you might want to keep your 9 to 5 and make your business venture your side hustle until you turn profitable. Next, are you going to be okay with constructive criticism from outsiders. So these are people you don't know. Everyone, and even your pet dog, has an opinion to share. Some opinions you're gonna love, some opinions you're not gonna like at all. You have access to knowing what people think about your business at all times, okay? Another point I want to make though, clients or customers are not always right, and we know this. But at the end of the day, we have a reputation we don't want to mess up. So if a person gets on social media, bashes your business, I feel like it's okay to respond, but you can do it in different ways. You can reach out to the person and find a solution, and hopefully they take the video down or whatever. But don't get on social media all rah-rah, because that video of you going crazy could be some person's first impression of you. You want to have a good impression, okay? You don't want to rub people the wrong way, because they may think like, I'm never going to give my money to this person, because what if they do this to me? They might not even know the story. We know with social media, things get misconstrued all the time, and sometimes it's nothing that we can do about it. So the best practice is, one, make sure you never dismiss a problem. Always find a solution to a problem, because no matter what, that problem is probably going to come back up in the future for your business. Always find a solution. Always take care of customers. Always go above and beyond to solve any situation, good or bad, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you have a good, honest business, no matter what, 98% of the time, people are going to always say good things about you. Remember, we can't please everyone. You know you're going to deal with people. I even deal with people who you just can't satisfy, and that's okay. But as long as you are doing the right thing, what can they say about a good business owner except for they didn't like the experience or they didn't like the product? And it's okay. Learn what was the issue, solve it, and move on. If you don't have thick skin and you can't take constructive criticism, running a business or becoming an entrepreneur might not be for you. I will say, when I was a kid, I didn't really have thick skin. I was easy to become upset over small things. But when I started my sales associate position at the age of 19, over time, being there 3.5 years, dealing with all different types of personalities, I learned to grow thick skin and not let everything get to me. So that is something that you can learn as you're running your business. You can grow thick skin. Never let small things get to you, basically. If it's minute, don't let it get to you. Someone says something bad, see what's the problem, try to solve it, and move on. Lastly, are you ready for the hard days? We all know throughout life we have bad days, and this is not an exception for businesses. You're going to have hard days. You're going to have days where you just want to curl up into a ball and just quit. We're not quitters here, okay? We're winners. Remember that. If you're the type of person who runs and hides and don't like to take on things head on, you probably don't have the trait of leadership, honestly, and you might not be ready to be a business owner. But best believe it's something you can learn over time. As a business owner, you're always up front. You're always the face. You're always the support. You know, people want to talk to the manager or people want to talk to the owner, okay? Don't hide. You're going to have hard days. There's going to be days where you don't make any money. You have to think of the good days, okay? So hard days are going to come. Hard days are going to go. You're going to run into roadblocks, and that's okay. Everything in life is about trial and error and learning, okay? So when hard days come up, if you're the type of person who can't do that, entrepreneurship might not be for you. So I'm going to wrap up the video right here. I don't want to make it too long. I want to start doing more discussion videos. Since my audience is growing, I want to diversify. So let me know down below in the comments what type of business topics you want me to talk about. There are quite a few business topics I talked about when I first got started on YouTube, and I transitioned to doing just grant videos, but now I want to get back to discussion videos. So let me know down below in the comments what you would like me to talk about. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a like, and for more, make sure you subscribe.